Hi, everyone. I'm Simone Simpson from Wondering Yoga Cafe Entertainment, and this is our 30-day challenge, one meal a day, day 30. We did it. This is day 30. I was just reviewing how I'm feeling, and I was thinking of the three take homes that I have from this, and it is really two of them are just a change of course for me. The first one is I'm no longer hungry in the mornings. I'm just not thinking about food. My eating window starts at 1 o'clock. Today I ate at 3:15ish. It's just and I love that because that was natural for me. That's what I did in high school and that's what I did in college. And then I started to drink coffee. So, and then I went on some weight loss plan that said eat in the mornings. And so I started trying to make myself eat when I wasn't hungry because I was never hungry in the mornings, and that just added more calories in the day. So yay, I'm back to me. I found myself within this first 30 days within this journey. So I found my natural rhythm of not eating in the mornings, which is so good. Even on the weekends, when that usually was when I would widen my window. And this past weekend, I did a 3-day birthday weekend. And so I thought, well, I can widen my window, but I just wasn't hungry. So I enjoyed that feeling, and noticing that I started, I think, preparing my meal at like 12:30 one of the days. So yeah, so number one take home, no longer hungry in the mornings. Are you feeling that as well? Not hungry in the mornings? The number two take home is even when eating one meal a day, we still need to take heed of what we're eating. Just because you're only eating one meal a day doesn't mean you can just eat anything. I mean, of course, have the food that you are guided to eat, but when you eat better, you feel better. And so that's why I'm so excited about the class, the snapbackbodywild.com. There's a link below, and the Wild Fit Coach training that I went to after I went through the class, because I said I have a responsibility to share this. It was that transformative. It changed so much of what I knew about eating. And I previously taught healthy living classes. I'm an Ashtanga yoga teacher. And what I learned in that class, it unraveled, like unraveling DNA, what microwaves do to it. It unraveled what I knew about nutrition and just took some things out, added some things in. So yeah, so that's number two. Even though it's one meal a day, you still have to look at what you're eating and eat well. And my third take home is I'm now going to do a water fast. And that's something that at one time I had heard of them, and I'm like, oh, there's no need for that. Like, no need for that. Whoa, whoa. So, and then I was like, fasts are great, but I like a juice fast. I can get a lot of nutrients in. But now I am really looking forward to water fasting. So that is the next venture, is going into rolling threes and just living that experience of rolling threes. I know that I've been telling you day 31, 32, and 33, we're going to water fast. So that's what tomorrow will be, day 31. So that's going to be the first segment of the rolling threes. So rolling threes and just riding that wave, getting the benefit of all of that autophagy when your body eats all of the old parts and then builds anew. So that is something that bodies just love to do. And I'm going to let it. So yeah, so those are the three takeaways that I got from this. I'm noticing my skin is just looking amazing. And I'm loving that as well, just as far as the way it looks. My hair is really silky, shiny, but which is actually says a lot because I'm in Vegas for another month. So in Vegas is a really dry weather. And I know when I first got here from Miami Beach, I was like, oh, my hair is so silky. I wanted it to stay silky. And yeah, and it has. It's straightened right now, but it's still, I can still tell it's just flat ironed. So it's a temporary straighten, but it's still like a really silky smooth. It's just silky. And that's something that I picked up when I got to Miami Beach. When I first got there, was like, look at everyone's skin and their hair. Everyone was just glowing. Their skin was actually glowing. And there's not a lot of makeup people wear out there. You really can't, because it's a different kind of humidity. Like, I got there and I said, oh, okay. As soon as I left the airport, I said, oh, less clothes. Like in the desert, you can get away with. In the summer in Vegas, I always wear long sleeve jackets when I'm walking to protect my skin. And you see that in a lot of desert countries, a lot of Arabic countries, their skin is clothed. They're protecting their skin from that hot, hot sun. It actually is better. It's cooler for your skin, although it's hot outside and you have a layer on top, you're protecting it from that heat. Not on the beach, not in Miami. The fewer clothes, the better. And as soon as I got there, as soon as I left the airport, I said, oh, less clothes. I had on like this raw silk pants and top, and I was like, less clothes. So yeah, but my hair stayed silky, my skin, I'm just loving it. But those top three is something that I'm really loving. And just the completion of this, getting to day 30, even if some days your windows were longer, that's okay. We did the 30, you keep going, you're getting the benefits. That's fine. Just keep going, keep trucking. Don't have a day and say, oh, I, ate outside of my window. It took me 3.5 hours to eat my dinner. I'm off the plan. I'll just eat all night and then start to, no, don't do that. Just start that second. Say, it just took 3.5 hours to eat today. I ate a carrot and a sandwich at 1 o'clock and then had my meal delivered at 2:15. It took longer. That's okay. That's okay. All right. Give yourselves that okay. Give yourselves that get out of jail free card. I grant you one. Day 30, you did it. Congratulate yourself. And I am going to start rolling threes tomorrow. Oh my goodness. So what I'm going to do for the rolling threes is I'll film a video the first day, just as an introduction to what's happening. And then after that, twice a week. Okay, so there will be a video tomorrow, which is day 31, which will be day 1 of the rolling threes, just as an intro and just kind of as a marker. And then after that, twice a week, because rolling threes, you're basically eating once or twice a week, just kind of depending on where that day hits, right? So if you have 7 days, fast, 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 eat, fast, fast, fast. So let's say if you eat on the first day, eat, fast, 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 eat. Yeah. So you're eating once or twice a week. So I'm going to do 2 videos a week. So do one tomorrow as a start for the rolling threes. And then twice a week after that. I think that will be more than sufficient. It will be nice to do a shorter check-in video and then a longer video where I am talking about the meal that I'm having that day. I do plan to do strict keto, and my body needs keto. It's at that point where my body's saying to me, if you're not lowering your carbs, you're not going to feel well. Like I can feel it the second I eat too many carbs. It's just hard. It's hard to breathe. So so that's something that I know that I notice. I'm really in tune with my body, and I can tell that my body just enjoys it. And so there are just certain foods I cannot combine. And my body's past the point of wanting to even deal with all that madness. It's like, hey, we're giving you the warning. You've already had your warning. So I was going to say warning shot, but then I didn't want to say that. so it says you've already had your warning, but we're at day 30. I am so feeling good because there was a lot going on. I mean, the beginning of this, a lot of the videos I was upset. I know one of them I was crying. I mean, my mom got really sick, and there was a time when I wasn't sure what the outcome was going to be, only because I didn't know what she really wanted, because I know that with life, because of my experience with my own personal death, is that I decided to live. And I knew with every cell of my being I was going to live. And from that moment on, from my perspective, death is a choice. And I felt you don't know what anyone is most personally thinking. And that's for most. I don't know everyone. I'm just saying my perspective. And so that is why I was so upset, because I was like, I don't know what she really wants. You can't force your own ideas about what you want for someone into their life. So that was what was really scary for me, that she was gotten pretty sick. So it just doesn't even seem like that was 30 days ago. It just seems like it was like a couple of years ago. It was so different. I was so different then. And it grew so much, and I went through it alone. It was like me and source. That was it. Cause a lot of the people that I could depend on in Vegas, I didn't want anyone coming to me with worry. And a couple of people I talked to were worried, and I didn't need that kind of vibration. Like, I spend a lot of time every day working on my vibration. And I also was so low at one point that I didn't want to reach out to my friends, because I'm like, I don't want to reach out to anyone when I'm feeling like this. And so, but once I was better, about a week into it, I got my vibration up enough. I reached out to one of my friends and reached out to a couple, and then one came to visit, and it was the perfect time, because I think there's a time when, for me, if I'm feeling low, I know how to get myself up, but I've got to sit and meditate. So that's what I did in between, ensuring that she was getting the best medical care. So I'm glad I have an attorney on retainer, and I'm glad I have a medical background. So both of those things helped, and it was important. So even when she was in the ER, I still couldn't just leave. They sent the RN in there, and she didn't know what she was doing. I felt like she was new, and she was scared. I could feel that she first said she wasn't her RN, and then she said she was, but she had someone else to go to. I said, "You're triaging my mom?" Because my mom's pressure bottomed out. It was like 58 over 35. And I'm like, this isn't a patient you put in Trendelenburg and walk away from. Like, this is of the utmost importance. And so I couldn't even relax when she was in the ER. I had to wait until she was getting the level of care that she needed, so that she was stable. And so when she was stable, I think it was a couple hours in, I've been there all night, awake all night. So, but yeah, but I'm just saying that to say it doesn't seem like that was 30 days ago. It seems like 2 years ago. It's just bizarre. Like, my mom is so well. She's just the way she was like years ago. She's like she went back 10 years, 15 years, maybe 20. She went back like 20 years, I think. I want to say 20 years. She's not the way she was when I got here in November. She's the way she was like 15, 20 years ago. So there you go. Day 30, 1 meal a day. This is how we do it. And I wanted to talk about what's in the journey. And that's where you become what you dream to be. And I got to this new level of being able to maintain my vibration and bring it up. I was super good at staying happy during COVID, super good at that. The world was upset. I was happy. I mean, not the whole world, but I knew how to keep my vibration up. Elections were going on. People were upset. I was fine. And I worked on it to stay that way. But if you're not happy, it's important to not allow what's going on around you to dictate how you feel. And so I was good at that. And then when my mom got sick, it hit home. It was like a new level of it. And I was like, okay, okay. I mean, when I got sick, I was fine, kept my vibration up. The nurses would come into my hospital room. They're like, it feels so different in here. I just want to stay in here. The RT would come in and sit in there. They usually come in and just give the breathing treatments, and the RT would just stay in there. But yeah, so it was a new level of hurt for me. And I got to a new level of maintaining my vibration. So I just feel like a different person. Doesn't seem like 30 days, like 2 years ago that that happened. All right. Thank you so much. I know some of you are wondering, what is that red thing on your arm? That is from a meditation retreat trainings that I go to. Dr. Joe is one of my coaches, and that was from one of the retreats. I'm getting ready to go to another one, so I'll switch that one, switch this with my new one, but I just couldn't take it off. So it gets a bath every night. These are my Kriya beads, so that's different, but I was just talking about this red ribbon. Thank you for what you're doing for yourself, for what you're doing for your family, your friends, your colleagues, the world around you. When you change, the world around you changes. And you are living, being that example. Even if you had a few days where you ate outside of your window, you still did it. You go to work tomorrow, you're like, yeah, I did 1 meal a day for 30 days. Oh, but I remember that one day you ate for, you ate your meal and then 3 hours later you ate. Yeah, that was one day out of 30. Okay. And now we're getting ready to do another 30. Catch up. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you did it. We did it together. 1 meal a day, 30-day challenge, day 30. I am Simone Simpson from Wondering Yoga Cafe Entertainment. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing. If you want to see more videos like this, if you're curious to find out what are rolling threes, hit that subscribe button so you can get more videos. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Comments below, I will answer them in a video. Thank you so much for being here. You're going to join the rolling threes. That's day 31. Rolling threes coming up. Hasta mañana.